What is up, my badass boss babes? Welcome to the Badass is the New Black podcast. I'm your host, Chrissy Chin. This is where I help boss babes just like you work less and enjoy more. Here on the podcast, I am all about helping you create a business that is 100% aligned with who you are and what you want. Listen, life is way too short to be working a job that drains you and to be pinching pennies, only dreaming of the fancy things, okay? So here on the podcast, I'm going to help you develop and grow your personal brand to stand out on social media, help you identify and speak to your ideal clients so that selling is easy and sexy and not sleazy, because we don't like that. And then number 3, I'm going to help you scale through automation so that you can what? Work less and enjoy more. Whenever I say that, I always envision that I have this large audience, like, I don't know, what one of those like game shows or Family Feud where they like flip over the thing on the board and then everyone reads it at the same time, right? So scale through automation so you can what? And then the crowd goes, work less so you can enjoy more. Okay, I'm feeling super lame as I just totally went on a tangent about that, but this is Life with Chrissy Chin on the podcast. So I've given you tons of practical tips lately on building your brand itself, but over the last week, I've just been reminded time and time again that mindset is really the basic foundation of building your badass business. Some of you have been, participating a ton in my posts and sharing some of the hard things with me that have really inspired me to get on here today to tell you that I believe in you and also to give you a little kick in the pants and tell you that you are worthy, my friend, and you absolutely deserve the life that you want and dream of. But here's the kick in the pants part. You will have to work on some things if you want to reach those dreams. Okay? It's not just a simple, easy road. You actually have to work at it. You actually have to do some personal work, which is some of the hardest work to do, in my personal opinion. But today I want to focus on 2 things, just 2 things that are going to make a huge difference and impact on how you approach your business, which will affect your success. So number 1, hands down, is believing in yourself. The more you believe in yourself, the more success you will create. And I know for a lot of you, there's a lot of people out there that are surrounding you that you feel like don't believe in you. Okay, I believe in you, and maybe that's why you come to the podcast, because you know that I believe in you. You know that I know you have what it takes, and so you just want to fill your space with that kind of energy. And so that is great. Don't let those people who you feel like don't believe in you bring you down, okay? I believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself as well. So I'm often reminded of a quote from one of the Cars movies where Cruise is talking to Lightning McQueen after he won the big race. She asked Lightning McQueen, "How did you know you could do it?" Right? Lightning McQueen just won. "How did you know you could do it?" And Lightning McQueen responds with, "I just never believed I couldn't." And when I heard that, I thought, yes, the power of believing in yourself is so strong. Let's take a tiny little break from this badass podcast to talk about Kajabi, or as my husband calls it, Punjabi. Babe, it starts with a K. Kajabi. This is the platform that literally makes all the magic happen. It's plug and play, no coding necessary. And guess what, you guys? The best thing about it is that you get your very own mobile app with it. I looked into building an app and it was going to be over $100,000. You get your own right there. The platform is so affordable too. So instead of paying for individual platforms like your CRM system, which is going to host your email, your landing pages, which is going to capture your email, your website, which is going to be where all the magic happens, a community space, it's literally all in one. So it doesn't matter if you want to host courses, educational classes, have libraries in there for your team. This is absolutely the way to go. And I have a month free for you to check it out. So hop over to my website, thechrissychin.com/Kajabi, Kajabi, and you can check out a month for free. I cannot wait to see what you create. Please do me a favor. Send me a DM, send me an email once you've created something so I can see it and check it out. Can't wait for you to get started and scale your business like a badass boss. All right, let's get back to the podcast. Let me share this funny story with you about the power of your brain and how it can affect your success. All right, so I was at the gym a few weeks ago and we had to do this thing where we kneel down or like we're standing on our knees and then you jump up with both feet at the same time. Okay, and you're supposed to land on your feet. So I get to this station in the circuit training and I feel like maybe I've done this before. I wasn't sure, but I truly believed that I could do this. And so I was like, all right, I got this. I went for it. Now, I didn't get much height in doing this, and it was really hard, but I did it. Yay, go me. Okay. So fast forward to that. I think it was that night. I'm at my house with some friends, hanging out. I may or may not have had a cocktail or two. And I have no idea why I decided that I needed to demonstrate this move. We were talking about it, I think. I don't remember all the details. That's not important. But for some silly reason, I thought, okay, I have to demonstrate this move on what we did. So I go to the living room. I'm pulling the coffee table away to kind of give myself some space. And my brain is like, yeah, you've done this before. You got this. No problem. You just did this earlier. I 100% believed in myself. And so what did I do? I just went for it. No doubt in my mind. No fear, right? This was the most ungraceful knee jump up thing that you have literally ever seen. I almost face planted into the coffee table. I barely made it to my feet. Barely, like I don't even know if we can count it, but totally forgot that the first time I did this, or did this earlier today, was on a spring floor. And by the way, my living room does not have a spring floor. So I 100% believed that the reason I was able to get to my feet in the living room that night, even though very ungracefully, was because of my mindset. I 100% believed that I could do this. It was that Lightning McQueen mindset. I never believed I couldn't, right? I go to the gym a few weeks later, same move. In a different circuit, okay? Now I've done this before on the spring floor, on my living room floor, barely, but my brain was playing such tricks with me. I just kept doubting my ability to do it. I kept thinking about, oh my gosh, how I almost face planted in the living room. Oh my gosh, my energy is not, so high today. Could I really jump up and land on my feet? I doubted myself so much that I couldn't even get myself to try, not even on the spring floor. My mindset was full of doubts, so many doubts, that instead of trying to jump up and just seeing how it goes, I just stepped up 1 foot at a time, no jumping at all. What if we lived in this space all the time, this space of doubting ourselves, believing that we can't do it? We would be where I was on the floor that second time in the gym, not trying anything. We wouldn't try the hard things because of doubt and fear. And what happens when we never try? We never get the chance to succeed or to be successful. I know that most people don't have a mindset like Lightning McQueen. This whole, I just never believed I couldn't mentality, or the belief in yourself, right? The belief that you can. Most people are out there doubting themselves and really scared to just give anything a try. This is a really great reminder that our mindset matters. And if we can retrain our brain to believe in ourselves and have the courage to try, then anything is possible. You can jump to your feet no matter how non-springy that floor is. I believe in you 100%. And do you want to know why? I believe in you because I was just a normal girl with a normal family, living a normal life before I decided to start my own business. I didn't have any business education, didn't have any abundant amount of money to invest. I didn't have any major connections to anyone. But what I did have was courage. I had this belief that I could do it, and I had courage. So let's talk about courage. This is my number 2 thing. Do you have the courage to go for it? When I think about how I was able to be successful, I think about courage, the courage that I had when I got started. I was living in this mindset like Lightning McQueen, and I just didn't believe I couldn't, right? So I had this belief in myself. And when I started network marketing, I thought I could definitely do that. She's doing that, I can definitely do that too. I was willing to look dumber than everyone else. I was willing to hear no over and over again. I was willing to fail and to try again. I was willing to work hard to change my life. And one major piece about courage for me was that I had the courage to do it over and over and over again, no matter how many times I failed. Courage in consistency. So it was one thing to have courage and to try something once, but it's another thing to have courage in consistency and to try over and over again. So at the gym that day that I had the courage to try the kneeling thingy, right? I had the courage to try it again at my house. And then I let my brain get the best of me and I doubted myself. I had fear and I didn't have the courage to try again. There was no way that I can get better at that if I don't keep trying. Now, the difference is that I don't really care if I master the knee to jump up move thingy bobber. Like that is not like on my success goal. Like I'm going to feel like the most successful person in the world if I nail this knee up thingy. Like it's not that big of a deal to me. So like I gave myself grace that day, whether or not I want to try and master it. That's like, not something that's on my mind right now. But what I do care about is being successful in my business and being able to help thousands of others do the same thing. And so no matter what, I work hard every single day through reflection, through coaching to make sure that my mindset is rock solid and that I am believing in myself so that I can have the courage to tackle business over and over and over again, no matter how many times I look dumb, no matter how many times that I fail, no matter how many times that it's not just going the way that I thought it would go, right? So I want to know what you are doing to shift into a mindset that fosters success. I want to know what you are doing to believe in yourself and what you are doing to encourage that courage within yourself and that courage and consistency, the ability to be able to do it over and over and over again. Until next week, remember that mindset matters and give yourself some time each day to settle into this new mindset so that you can do this.